use the same method to pipe the sleeves as I've still left it open. On the one sleeve, trim away the excess. So this is a bias cut binding, and that's the sleeve. So we're going to place the sleeve right side facing up, and from the top of the shoulder we're going to trap the piping on the one side with a narrower turning. Make sure, one mistake that I made was I didn't put the last piping as wide, and that can have a problem when you come to turn it. So make sure you leave adequate width on the bias. So you're just laying it flat. It just makes it easier to pipe on the open than it is. And you're seaming just enough so that the fabric is catching and you haven't got a raw unsalvaged edge left. And it can happen. Just be careful that you're going, not too close to the edge, because this is sort of like an invisible seaming. You know what I mean? You can go too close to the edge without noticing. So bear in mind that you don't want to go too close, because then you can end up losing. The fabric can come out of the seaming and you can end up losing. Oh damn! Always make sure to trap the thing as well. I've not gone and trapped it this time and it's come out. I just went and adventured sort of like off the edge, and what's happened now is I've lost the piping. It's sort of like disappeared. This is a delicate area, so what you can do is sort of get an idea of, I'm trying to do too many things. You know what, make it easier for yourself. Cut away the trimming. And pre-seam this. If you pre-seam it, you will find that applying this on is going to be a lot easier, especially areas like armholes and so on. And this is bias cut as well, so it has the tendency to stretch. Obviously, unlike normal fabric, even normal fabric, most tailors and so on, they would seam this down before attaching it to the. I think sometimes we're being over courageous and think that we can manage, and we can't. So start over again now. Okay, it's a lot easier to handle. You're not worried because you've got a fabric that's sort of invisible. You can get a better seaming, and it's trapped. So do it like this, and you'll save yourself the hassle. Now we're on top of the armhole, and what you want to do is now we're going to do the closing seams. So turn it inside out. Leave that open. Place the piping open as well. Now once we've done the initial seam, we're just going to go around and tack this down, folding the piping so that all the unsalvaged parts get trapped inside. That's one armhole done. We're going to do the exact same to the other and then just apply. Make sure to try on that the neck is wide enough. If not, then we're going to have to create an opening at the back. Really, I've already applied this on. We've just got to turn this over exactly in the same manner as we've done the previous one. So it means that there is overlapping seam on the shoulder, which we wanted to avoid, but with the only other way then of doing this is to actually have a joint in from the bottom of the armhole. It's a little bit more difficult to apply because it's all stitched. So for all newbies, this is the way I would suggest it. Thread. Now originally I was going to put sleeves on this one, but because I'm doing an exact same dress as well, I'm leaving this as like a jacket and sewing the dress separately. So she can wear it, especially in like, this is an ideal jacket style, which I would suggest making in like chiffons and so on, and it's light and it can be worn on top of anything, you know, any other light garment. It's something that I would actually like to replicate for myself and probably for the girls as well. Especially if you sew this, if you've got like a sleeveless dress or something, and then you've got something like this with sleeves, or alternatively dress that's got sleeves and this one is sleeveless, and you can wear it on top of it. This could be like a fancier version also. So it's slightly fitted on the top area, but because it's loose, it can be quite flattering. We'll wait and see about designing this as adults versions. The good thing is that all these designs can be replicated quite easily into adults. Obviously you've got to vary the sizes accordingly. and that's it. Next we're going to go on to doing the very simple dress with this. I'm just going to give this a press just to get it to sit, and get her to try it on before I pipe the back of the neckline, because sometimes if the necks are small, you know, children tend to have big heads or small bodies, so normally you have to put like a opening at the back. So I'm going to see if it goes. Obviously she's getting bigger now, and it may be that it will, you know, I will be able to get this on in through her head. If not, I might just cut it deeper, or I might just cut a small opening at the back just to make it easy to get on and off. Now the sleeves, I'm going to use the same method to apply a little bit of this piping on the sleeves, because the sleeves will show through the jacket, so I want this a little bit detailing as well. Again, obviously this is a little bit easier seam to do, but because there is a give in this material, the piping becomes loose, and therefore, you know, the cord, it can slip out between very easily. So that's the reason why I was saying that pre-trap it